Hey everyone, and welcome to the No Nonsense Podcast. This is episode number 6, and I am your host, Dylan Hayden, and with me is Jeremy Schneider.
Welcome back, boss man. It's another day, another dollar, another week, something.
That's right. And you know what? Today is a very special day because it's the reinvention of the No Nonsense Podcast because we have added our third member, my brother, Dalton Hayden.
Hey,
what up? Hey, come on,
Just say like
give us a what up real fast.
Just give us a what up.
What up?
Now, my brother Dalton is an expert on everything computers, and anytime I have a stupid question or anyone in my family has a question about anything that has to do with technology, Dalton's there to answer it.
Yeah, I thought I was an expert until I met him, and
he just makes you feel dumb.
Oh,
you just come up, click one button, you're like, whoa. Really? That's it?
But
I'm pissed.
He's our producer /
confidant
/ apparel person that we'll get to in a little. He's everything.
He's our everything.
He's gluing us together, stuck like glue, like from what was that, Sugar Land? You remember that song? Whoa, stuck like glue.
Yep, that was actually my ringtone for a little while.
Like, wow,
it was a text tone too. Stuck like
you were that
glue.
person that had a whole.
I had a text tone. Oh yeah.
Wow.
I didn't get that many texts. But yeah, we're excited to have Dalton as a part of the team. Morale has never been higher as it has been with him. And we've never been more confident in the sound. So now we have blame to deflect if something does go wrong.
After last week, we're like, yeah, dude, sound's going to be perfect this week. We bragged about it for about 5 minutes.
I sound like I had that mic halfway down my esophagus.
And that I'll take partial credit for that because I told you to keep it close to your mouth. But we got little... whatever you want to call them. We got little foam things. We got Dalton, and we're set to go. So,
and we also downloaded some new software. So, we're trying everything, guys. We're not trying to make it sound bad. This isn't a mixtape that we made in our parents' basement, even though we are in our parents' basement. But you know. So if this is your first time listening to the podcast, first of all, welcome. And we also want to say thank you for listening. And go ahead and subscribe to us, the more the better, and that's the best way for us to track how we're doing.
On all platforms.
On all platforms. We've got SoundCloud, we've got Spreaker, and then we've got iTunes.
The issue with SoundCloud right now, we're not big enough, so we don't have a paid-for account, so only the last 2 episodes will be on there because there's like a storage limit or whatever. But Spreaker, we have it all, and iTunes, we definitely have it all. So, yeah, definitely hit the subscribe button and jump on the page a little bit. Make sure... if you love us, to download it. Hit the little cloud button. Hit the download, because that's the only way for us to know that you guys listen. It doesn't count it by listen. It doesn't matter if you listen to the full thing 7 times. You have to hit the download button. I know we struggle for storage nowadays somehow, but you'll be okay. Just hit the download. Shows that you love us.
You can always delete them afterward.
Oh, yeah.
So if you want to connect with us by Instagram or Twitter, our Instagram is No Nonsense Podcast, and our Twitter is No Nonsense Pod.
There we go.
We also have playlists of music that we mention on the show. I create some on Spotify, and Jeremy does it on Apple Music, and we tweet them out once a week.
We put up bangers, bro.
All we do is put out bangers, and we talk about a lot of new music. So if you want to stay hip to hip hop, which Jeremy for the most part listens to, and alternative rock that I listen to,
I'm getting into your alternative vibe and feels.
We're blurring lines here. So if you want to check it out, that's the best way to do it. You can subscribe to those playlists as well, so you can stay up to date.
I thought of real quick that I didn't tell you. On Twitter, the day after, or the day we actually upload, so tomorrow, today's Thursday, Friday when we upload, we'll tweet out a poll of our flavor of the day to see what you guys think. But,
yes, absolutely.
So to touch on one more thing real quick before the agenda and flavor of the week is Dapper Apparel, which is Dalton's company. And
yeah.
It's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah, Jeremy's actually wearing a Dapper hat right now that he bought himself.
And if you know me, I wear it basically every day of my life.
He's wearing a total dad hat, and he loves it. But here in the next couple of weeks, we're going to be collaborating with Dapper Apparel, and we're going to be coming out with some new shirts that we're going to be selling on the website. We're also going to be auctioning off. We're not auctioning.
We're going to do
a giveaway on Twitter and Instagram.
Get our likes and retweets up and spread the word. And we got some, what do you want to call it, like proofs of it? Is that what they call it? We got proofs of it, and it's going to be sick. Yeah. It's going to be comfy and stylish.
That's right. That's our motto. Stylish or comfort first. But yeah, we're going to be tweeting out the Dapper Apparel. We retweet it every now and then, but it's a Dapper.
Well, it has a weird
@official_Dapper.
at official_Dapper.
Yeah, we'll add a thing in somewhere. We'll tweet it out and add the link to the actual website too.
So, give them a follow on Twitter and check out their website. It's a good thing going on, and we're going to be having some big things coming out of it.
It's local, too. Who doesn't like... We're all about local here.
That's right.
But, so let's jump into the agenda rundown and flavor of the week.
Okay. If this is your first time listening, we do current events, we do sports, we do beer/pizza, and we do music, video games, movies, TV. We run it through the gauntlet.
Video games on that new that Dylan just got shook up by. He's like, video games?
Yeah, that rocked my whole world.
But... yeah, welcome, and hope you like the listen. We try to hit all categories and make everyone happy. So this first thing's flavor of the week, and we both come with questions for the other person we haven't asked them yet, and it's a flavor-based thing. So mine is Pepsi or Coke?
Pepsi. Can I write in?
It's crazy how much we disagree on things. Yeah,
can I write in Dr. Pepper and we just agree on that?
That's what I was going to say. Is Dr. Pepper, Mr. Pibb, most superior pop out of anyone, but I'm Coke.
Ugh. Coke tastes warm even when it's cold. It's disgusting.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm all
nice
Pepsi.
Coke from McDonald's or a nice cold one from Homage. Crack open a cold one with the boys.
No. I dump it out.
Did you mention we talk about beer?
What?
And the thing?
Yeah, I went through it all.
Oh, we talk about beer a lot.
I just read really fast.
Well, Dalton,
yeah,
what are you?
but I'm a Pepsi guy. Dalton, what do you say? Break the tie.
I'm drinking citrus drop. But
Dalton says citrus drop. Wow.
If it's life or death, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke, definitely.
Oh,
Dalton's going Coke.
2-1 here. Automatic win. You're kicked off the podcast.
But we'll all right, here we go. Dalton, you're taking over. But no, we'll put a poll out there, see what you guys think.
But you have one for me, right?
Oh yeah.
Ed, we'll put whoever poll out is better. Oh, you're fine. What is it?
iPhone or Android? I mean,
that's the dumbest. I'm not even answering that question.
That's more for the Twitter sphere.
How do you know that one's going to make Twitter? That one is, I guess, a better debate for Twitter. Clearly, all three of us are iPhone.
Because, there's not a lot of people out in the world that are like one or the other. They're not
people.
like in the middle. They're like gung-ho. It's either Android or iPhone. And we're all three big iPhone guys. But if
I could afford a Mac, I'd have a Mac. But
after the debacle I've dealt with the past couple days with my iPhone, it's got me reconsidering. It's been a nightmare.
All right, we'll tweet one of those out tomorrow. You guys won't know it's tomorrow, but...
Can we tell a story before we get to Alex Fun Fact?
Are you about to tell your...
No.
Oh, what's the
world
story?
doesn't need to hear that.
Yeah, what's the story?
What about our dog getting sprayed by a skunk?
Dude, that happens to me all the time.
It's an epidemic.
It is. My parents take her out on a leash now at night, so...
Our dog got skunk, and he started coughing it up around our entire house. And I don't know if it's like...
We can kind of smell it.
I don't know if it's PTSD or what, but I get whiffs of it, and I'm like sick to my stomach. But everywhere we go, it's like...
You have PTSD skunk?
From skunks.
Man.
But yeah, I mean, everywhere you go, you feel like...
It lasted in my house, for no joke, like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's set
ridiculous.
Bowls of like white vinegar around the house to get rid of it. If you set like a bowl in each room, it like takes away the smell.
But what's crazy is that it smells down here, and somehow like he didn't even come down here.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know what that had to do with anything, but I really need to share the story about it.
I mean, it's not really a segue, but we'll go into Alex Fun Fact of the Week, which I just got done working with him, so I got a good one for you. And this one actually comes from Alec and Kevin. It is 80% of dollar bills floating in the U.S. currency have a trace of cocaine on them.
Interesting.
And that's from 2016.
So start sniffing up your dollar bills out there, gang.
Yeah, but I mean, definitely have a trace of it on there. But 80%, that's actually a lot. Like, I have a dollar bill in my pocket right now.
I just want to know who did the study. Like, did they count? They just found like 100.
They had it for each year going up gradually, and it's gradually became more clearly because.
But there's so many don't want to get too
it's not just $1 bills, it's all bills. So like the high rollers, like the people, the businessmen who need to snort cocaine before work to get them through the day, that's part of it too, on the hundreds.
But I've never, like, how do they get a hold of the money, like everyday money that you and I are holding on to? Does someone just say, hold on, let us test that money?
You worked at the outlet mall.
Yeah.
Drug people come in there all the time and spend the money.
I don't know.
I don't know. It's a fun fact from Kevin and Alec.
I like the fact, but I also want to question it.
All right, let's get on with the get on.
So we got some current events. The Barcelona terrorist attacks.
I just wanted to mention it because it's actually pretty sad.
Yeah. 13 killed, 130 injured. Happened on August 17th.
And from what I read, it was, which is like right after, yet again, we did the episode last week, someone like drove a van through a massive crowd. So luckily it only killed 13, not luckily, but and only 130 were injured.
Yeah.
But it's crazy that 130 were injured from a van.
Right.
Slash, I think maybe a bomb. I'm not sure. But very sad. You're in our thoughts, Barcelona. Terrorism / terrorists. It's got to stop. Go,
You heard it from Jeremy.
You heard it from me.
So it ought to stop now.
2020 president right here.
On to a little lighter note, FCC. Last time we talked, they were about to play Red Bull, and we predicted that they would win, and we were wrong, but it was a good game.
It was a fantastic game. They couldn't pull through. They got gassed. But the first 75 minutes of the game, we were leading. I'm sure Cincinnati was raging at that time. Like, we may not have a city if they would have won. So, but they just couldn't hold on to it. No matter what, it was still a great feat. It's still a great accomplishment. Still backing them up. They rebounded, got a W. That's all that matters. So, yeah, they did. Last night, they beat, which is Wednesday the 23rd, they beat Ottawa Fury 3-1. Goals from, oh, no, I'm going to say this dude's name wrong. Coing in the 34th, McLaughlin in the 42nd, and Witt in the 57th. But yeah, so they're back on their winning ways. They only have 2 more home games left, and hopefully they're in the top of their league so they can get into the playoffs and maybe have a home playoff game. But let's talk about something a little more discouraging again.
The Eclipse.
The 2017 Eclipse.
Now, I'll tell you what. I didn't hype it up. I expected it to be exactly what it was.
I hyped it up.
Because everyone's like, oh, it's a once in a lifetime, except, you know, it might happen
in 2024.
It's going to happen in 7 years. We went to Moe's, Dalton and my other brother. We went to Moe's. We came outside, and it looked a little dark. And then it cleared up.
It was weird. It honestly gave me, like, I had a headache for some reason looking outside because it felt like, the best way to explain it is that, like, you felt like you had sunglasses on, but you didn't have sunglasses on. And it wasn't dusk, but it was dusk. I don't know.
It was a little weird. It just kind of seemed like there was
Twilight
an overcast or something.
Yeah. But supposedly there is one in 2024 that actually is going to come more over. Well, if you're in the Cincinnati area, it's going to come more over us. So we should be in the fully blackout. It's going to go directly over Cleveland. So that one's hopefully a little more fitting to the hype. But yeah, that's all we have to say about the Eclipse. This next one's Dylan's.
Yeah, that's this past week was the 10-year anniversary of the movie Superbad.
Great movie.
Which was a Seth Rogen movie.
Great movie.
He wrote it with one of his buddies. They wrote it when they were in high school based on some of their experiences. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the iconic movies of our generation. I can't tell you how many times my friends and I have quoted that movie up and down. You know, and if you haven't seen it, you will laugh from beginning to end. It's Jonah Hill's first movie, and he does a really good job. I got some tweets from Seth Rogen, him reacting from the 10-year anniversary.
I mean, he's a funny dude, so these got to be good.
Some Superbad trivia for its 10-year anniversary. He says, I don't assume anyone cares that much, but why not? Danny McBride, who is Kenny Powers, is an extra in the background of the party scene in Superbad. Evan Goldberg's brother, Dave, who Evan Goldberg wrote Superbad with Seth Rogen. His brother Dave drew all the dick drawings in Superbad. All the names in Superbad are people we went to high school with, and lots of stuff in the movie really happened to them. The period blood on the leg scene in Superbad actually happened to my friend at a high school dance, and we discovered it after the dance. Just like in Superbad, his buddy was actually the first guy to get a fake ID, and it was awesome. During the MPAA screenings of Superbad, they said we were the first movie to say finger fuck. You got to be known for something, right? The in-house party the end of the movie, the end house party in Superbad was filmed half a block from the OJ murder house. And Seth Rogen's mother came up with the joke that McLovin gets arrested for statutory rape at the end of Superbad. The cast of Jersey Shore confirmed that the phrase DTF, or down to fornicate, is from Superbad. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
That's all.
So
That was actually a lot.
he had quite a bit to say, and I didn't say all of them, but those were some of the highlights. That was pretty great.
That was fantastic. Yeah, I don't have too much to say. It was a great movie. I'm almost positive if you're listening to this, you've seen that movie. So
Yeah, it's a lot of pop culture quotes now. Like, I can't even think of one off the top of my head. But
that and 21 Jump Street, like, you just reference it with your friends all the time.
And Anchorman. I would say Anchorman, Superbad, and 21 Jump Street are just like the most quotable movies for people our age. But another one for
the
last
you.
of our current events topics. Ryan Russillo of the Ryan Russillo Show, formerly of the Russillo and Cannell and SVP and Russillo radio show on ESPN, was arrested in Wyoming for criminal entry and highly intoxicated. From what I read, he only had shorts and undies on. He was sleeping.
My day was reckless.
He was just sleeping in somebody's bed. He broke into somebody's house and he was sleeping, and they asked him to get out, and he said no. So he got arrested. But
someone's life's not going too fantastic.
Yeah, he just got, like, the show just went from being Russillo and Cannell to just the Ryan Russillo Show, and ESPN made all those cuts, and he didn't get cut, and doesn't bode well for him because he's off the show for the rest of the week. So we'll see what happens with that, but either way, it makes for an interesting story.
All right, well, let's jump on into sports for you. We'll start it off with a little fancy news. So I had my big 16-team draft that I've been talking about for the past 5 episodes this past week on Sunday, and it lives up to the hype every year. All my friends get together, and if you know anything about fantasy, it's interesting to be in a 16-team league. So this week, I'm not going to talk about my team because I know you guys don't really care about it. So I'm just going to go through some breakouts. I get a lot of my information from Matthew Berry and Adam Scheffner. So if you get their tweets into your phone and whatnot, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you already know this stuff. But so a few breakout players. One's going to be Doug Martin, that I don't fully agree with because I love my boy Jaquiz Rogers down there in Tampa Bay. His name's just fun to say, right?
Yeah, and I loved when he played for Oklahoma State because he took down USC.
But so they're saying that Doug Martin's going to ball out, which we say every year, and half the time he lives up to the hype. He's suspended for the first 4 games. So we'll see. I don't know if I agree with that one. I talked about him a little last week. Kamir Hunt from Kansas City, they moved up to draft him. He'll be a big one. I know they have Spencer Ware right now, but definitely peep him in one of your later rounds in the draft if he's still there. He may be worth it because they definitely do ground and pound there. I mean, they toss the ball around, but they lost Jeremy Maclin. They do have my boy Tyreek Hill, which he's a monster. But another guy that'll get some love is Brandon Marshall. Now that he has Odell and Sterling Shepard, he's not going to be double and triple teamed every time.
He might have Odell.
He's going to have he's not. He just might not play week 1. That injury was gross looking though.
Yeah.
But so he's definitely going to get some more catches. He'll be open more. He's a big red zone threat. So non-PPR, even that's good because he'll get you some touchdowns down there. Last one, dude hasn't played in like a year and a half. Martavius Bryant for the Steelers. He's phenomenal, but he's gotten some trouble, and he finally got re-put back into the league, and he's on the Steelers, and he has Ben Roethlisberger currently throwing to him. So as long as Big Ben stays healthy, Martavius Bryant will definitely get some love. That's the quick fantasy. We have a lot to talk about this week, so that's all I'm going to talk about. Another tight end for the Falcons, Austin Hooper. That's how I like to say his name. It's Hooper. He's a tight end that Matt Ryan loves. So just watch out for him. And in 2 weeks, we actually talked about maybe doing like a 30-minute show with my NFL insider. So you guys can listen to that. That's right before the season starts. A lot of people wait to do their drafts. So we'll bring him on and the guests are definitely going to start, by the way, next week.
Yeah, next week we're going to have our first guest.
And that's a big guest to start with.
Yeah, we don't want to say too much.
Boots, but it's not just a normal guy. We'll say that.
Yeah, we're pretty excited about that.
But that's all I have fancy-wise, so.
Other big news that's happened in sports this week is
earth-shaking news.
It's earth-shattering.
Yeah.
It's got everyone talking. The NBA blockbuster trade between the Boston Celtics and
Cleveland Cavaliers. But I'm sure you've heard, if you haven't heard, pretty crazy, Kyrie got traded to the Celtics for Isaiah Thomas, Jay Crowder, and the Nets 2018 first-round pick, which is going to be a top 3 pick.
Yeah, the Nets are doomed.
Yeah. They'll definitely have a lot of lottery picks or whatever you want to call it. So they gave up a lot to get Kyrie. And don't get me wrong, Kyrie's a baller. I'm just interested on how much they gave up. People are saying the Cavs are screwed, which I somewhat agree with, but I think they're not going to be too terrible. I do think the Celtics are going to beat them in the Eastern Conference Finals.
I think the Cavs made the right move for the future because, LeBron's been pretty open about not liking his owner, Dan Gilbert.
LeBron's gone at the end of this year.
So getting Isaiah Thomas and someone you can build a team around and having a high draft pick next year kind of gets rid of all the, it shakes the dust off the. They've got a lot of age.
Crowder's also grown every year. He's really good.
Yeah, and they just got a lot of age in Cleveland. So the best thing they can do is add some young talent and have some plans for the future rather than putting all the eggs in the LeBron basket again.
So we'll really just have to see how the season plays out and see how it turns out. I mean, Celtics.
As a Boston fan, I could not be more excited.
Exactly. You guys had Hayward and Kyrie in the same offseason? What?
It's big.
And the actual bleep.
What in the actual bleep?
But no, it's still like, and it kind of like I get a few tweets into my phone, and someone said like Celtics, Cavs, and trade talk for Kyrie, and I'm like, whatever. Everyone's been in trade talk for Kyrie. Next thing, it's like Celtics, Cavs on verge of massive blockbuster trade. So I like get on and start looking, and then an hour later, it's a done deal. Everyone's gone, and there are Celtics fans burning IT jerseys, and
yeah, it's an overreaction.
He got
traded. He wasn't requesting a trade. If they're burning Kyrie jerseys, I get it.
It's still not understood. Like, you're grown people. Don't burn jerseys.
Okay, well, Cleveland's all about burning them jerseys.
Really?
They're going to be doing it again next year when LeBron leaves again.
But they won him a title or two.
One
title. So they can't be that mad. But Kyrie did good for you guys. Appreciate him.
So about this Tigers-Yankees fight.
Did you see
that
it, bro?
was awesome.
Dude, I love my boy Miguel.
Miguel Cabrera gave a shove to the catcher and then just started swinging.
Yeah. And then who's the Yankees catcher? I hate him, so I don't even know. I don't know. He went down like a little girl, tried to lay him out, and then the bench is cleared. Gary Sanchez got a few cheap shots in, which I hate the Yankees, so screw you, Gary Sanchez. But it was like a whole like fist punches were thrown.
It was bench clearing. Normally baseball fights are like one shove and then the bench is clear and then everyone's like puffing their chest, but that was a real fight.
PFT from Part of My Take tweeted like, man, even like hockey players wouldn't do that. I was like, oh dude. But yeah, it was pretty crazy. That was by far one of the craziest bench clearing brawls I've ever seen.
It was Miguel Cabrera and Austin Romine.
Yeah, screw that guy. Yeah. We don't like him.
We don't talk about the Yankees.
Yeah, no, screw the Yankees.
In other news, John Jones got stripped of another title.
Man, this makes me sad. I don't really want to talk about it.
He got busted with steroids yet again. But
he hasn't been called steroids before, has he? It's been cocaine in the past.
I thought he's
the reason the money has cocaine on it.
John Jones is responsible for all the money.
Sole reason everyone.
Wow, breaking
has cocaine
news.
Money.
Good job, Jeremy.
Man. Dude, give me what's that award called that you get if you're like one of the smartest people in the world?
If you can't think of the name of it, I don't think you get the award.
I get it. Oh, crap. That's going to kill me. Like Einstein got it in crap and whatever. I don't know. I'm the smartest person there is, so back off. But, yeah, John Jones got stripped of his title. I think Daniel Cormier got it, which I also hate Daniel Cormier with a burning passion as much as I hate the Yankees and the Warriors. So that's that. He could honestly be one of the best UFC fighters that there ever has been because the dude's a literal monster. I don't know. I saw a funny tweet like he was taking the roids because he was scared of Brock Lesnar, which is true. I'd be scared of Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, because Brock Lesnar is very open about his steroid use.
Yeah, and somehow he was actually going to get a UFC fight with John Jones. They should both just let him take steroids and let him fight it out.
Right.
See what happens. If one person can use it, let everyone use it.
I'm with you.
But other than that, that's John Jones. You make me sad, bro. I love you even though I hate you.
And that's Talking Sports.
Talking Sports.
So our beer of the week this week was the Elvis Juice Grapefruit Infused IPA. And I'll tell you what.
By Brewdog.
It's from Brewdog from
Which is somewhat
Columbus.
local. Columbus, yeah. But
it was phenomenal.
It's by far my highest rating so far.
Normally, grapefruit IPAs taste more like an IPA than grapefruit, and that was heavy grapefruit.
It was heavily, perfectly infused. I love it. I'm giving it do we do them out of 5 or out of 10?
10.
Out of 10, I'm giving it an 8.2. Yep. I drink this every day of my life if you want to bet that.
That'll be good for your liver.
It's kind of expensive. But.
Yeah. Well, it's left over from what we purchased last week.
At the Casual Pint, which is also, you guys should check it out.
Yeah.
It wasn't the nicest, but it was dope.
It's a newer place, so we'll cut it some slack. They had a lot of stuff on tap, and their mix and match. Normally, like at Kroger, you can get a mix and match 6-pack for $10, and their
Ours
beers were
was
individually priced.
16, I think.
Yeah, so it was about $16 for a 6-pack. But they also have growlers and
big,
6-packs.
huge thermoses, and they honestly have a good selection. It's off Tylersville Road. It's technically in Mason, but it's barely in Mason. It's basically in Westchester, less than a mile away from Butler Warren. So check it out on that random jazz. But I gave it an 8.2.
I give it a 7.4.
That's still your highest so far, I think.
I think the Ermels was pretty high on both ours.
Armels for me was still in the 6s.
Really?
I would raise it to a 7 now, but
yeah, hindsight's 20/20.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a good beer. I'm excited. It was a good step in the right direction because the past couple weeks I don't think we've enjoyed them as much.
Yeah, that was a good one. And we got FC Cincy koozies. I wish you guys could see it, but
yeah, we got them in at our other occupation and
they're dope.
Can't not have them down here.
Oh, definitely. But so actually, there's a pizza this week. Dylan didn't try it, but I did.
Yeah.
So it's up at this Sports Bar and Grill in Springboro. There's one in Springboro, one in Centerville. It's called Double Days. It does a collab. I'm not sure if the one in Centerville has it. Sorry. I know for sure the one in Springboro does. It's called Double Days, but it's actually like a collab with Monster Pizza, and so it's same building. But they have like a takeout for the Monster Pizza, but you can order it while you're sitting in there as well. But no joke, this is some like my favorite pizza around. I know me and my big group of friends, we go there a lot. And now that we know it's closer than Centerville as well, it's up in front of Dorothy Lane Market. They have all their food's honestly phenomenal. It's like, I say it's like a 10 times better Applebee's. I love it, but I always get their pizza. I get the Cheezilla, maybe add some jalapenos, dip it in some ranch. I give this pizza an 8.6. That's how high it is. I could eat this pizza breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day.
My buffalo chicken pizza didn't even get an 8.6.
I do. Some days I miss your buffalo chicken pizza, and then I remember how bad it was afterwards. I'm like, no.
We were sweating like you would not believe down here.
I about got naked for the podcast.
Yeah, it's chilly down here, and we were sweating.
But
it's because I put hot sauce. I emptied like an entire bottle of hot
like
sauce.
triple hot sauce. We talked about triple hot sauce, jalapenos.
I skipped over the pizza sauce when I'd layered, like, where the pizza sauce was, I put hot sauce. It was hot.
And then my boy, what was my Domino's driver's name? Eric or something? Whatever. R.I.P., bro. We'll get you a tip eventually.
We'll double up next time.
We'll double up. Yeah, but that pizza was good too. So that's all we have for beer and pizza, which is still one of my favorite topics on this podcast.
Yeah, it's a staple. It's never. If anything changes on this podcast, it will never be beer and pizza.
It's so relatable to everyone. It's not even funny.
If you're not 21, don't drink. That's a disclaimer.
Or get a fake ID. Wait, what? Just kidding.
Go watch Superbad and figure out how to get a fake ID.
But let's move on to your key topic, music.
Yeah, but your guy Khalid is number one.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that hate Khalid. He's popular now. He's on the rise. He was on that like XXL freshman edition magazine, whatever. But I actually like him a lot. My boy Justin got me onto him. He has an album out. Let me peep what that's called. But most recently, he put a song out with Marshmello, which is like an EDM DJ producer, called Silence. He's featured in it. Check that out. I'm definitely going to throw it on the iTunes, Apple Music, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to throw it on there, but he is phenomenal. Dylan, do you like him?
I've never even listened to him. So
next week, I think that we'll be able to play a little sample of the song right here.
Okay.
But the American Teen is the name of the album he has out. He put it out probably 3 months ago. Actually, now thinking about it, I already have some of his music on our playlist.
Oh, nice.
You probably don't.
No.
So you should put some on there. Some of the key ones that I personally like from American Teen is Location's by far the most popular one. Everyone knows Young, Dumb, and Broke, Coaster, and what else was it? I think Saved is the other one. Yeah, Saved is the other one. So those are 4 key, but honestly, it's all super chill, hip-hop-ish R&B. Right here it exactly says R&B and soul. So give him a listen.
Yeah,
he'll be on
shot.
there. I guess we've never told him how to find the playlist. You click the search button, and this is an Apple Music. Search under Apple Music, type in No Nonsense, and the podcast will come up under the playlist section. So that's how you find it. Dylan, how you find it on Spotify?
Same way. You type in No Nonsense and just go under playlists and it'll pop up, and I'll be the artist for it. But we also tweet them out quite a bit. So if you get on there, you can save them. That way you don't have to keep searching them. So
yeah. But so that is my little music from the week. I don't bring too much, so looks like Dylan has 2 or 3 things for us.
Yeah, the first one is Neck Deep. Neck Deep is an alternative band that, well, they're slowly transitioning to an alternative band. They used to be a pop punk band, and their new CD, Peace and Panic, is they're transitioning into alternative music, and it's phenomenal. Their first single from the CD, their music video called M Bloom, already has over 1 million views, so you better get with it before it's too late. M Bloom is one of the staple songs to the album, but for the most part, the whole thing's pretty solid through and through, so you can start it from beginning to end. I'll add some songs to the playlist from that. The band Brand New, if you haven't listened to them before, where have you been? It's basically what everyone listened to in junior high because they were teen angst, and it was beautiful and it was dark. Oh, I love it. They put out great music, and it's always super introspective, and it's great. So they put out their last album called Science Fiction, and it's their first album in 8 years. So they've been working on it for roughly about 8 years. They're also planning on disbanding in 2018, so this is the time to go see them if you're going to go see them. Their new CD, Science Fiction, is dark, so you got to be in a mood to hear it, but the lyrics are great, and they worked really hard on it.
Sorry, real quick, I just thought about something. Guess what I'm doing Saturday?
What?
Going to my first ever concert.
You going to see Brand New?
I won't be attending that concert.
You going to see John Mayer?
I'm going to see John Mayer.
John Mayer?
There's a lot of people hating on John Mayer, and it really pisses me off, so y'all better stop before I come find you and kill you.
His really good.
Yeah, his concert, I don't get why people hate on him. People at work hate on him. I don't get it.
You hate what you don't understand.
Dude, he is phenomenal. He's an amazing guitar player. He's an amazing singer. I've listened to him since back in Nam, basically.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure my other brothers can relate to that. But yeah, dude, I'm Riverbend, first time ever. The only other people I've seen is Tramp Siberian Orchestra.
You gonna go kick it in the lawn, or you got like?
I think we're like general lawn or something. I guess you can't sit down.
You can sit down. It's like field turf in the lawn.
Can you see this?
People don't sit though.
Yeah.
Is there alcohol?
Oh yeah.
Everywhere.
Yeah, but it's expensive.
Dude,
So I'd put some PBR in your trunk or something.
I use my cocaine money that, thanks to John Jones, and I'll go buy myself some whatever they got down there.
There you go.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that first ever concert, and I'm 20.
You going to give us a review next week?
I'll give you a review.
Okay.
I'm just more hitting on the point. I'm 22 and I'm going to my first concert.
My first concert when I was like 13, and I saw who did we see? We saw Toby Mac and we saw Family Force 5. Oh, it was
Toby
bumping.
Mac and Family.
It was like a youth event. We went.
Drama Queen.
Oh yeah,
dude. So you
Family
listen to like
Force 5 was-
Skillet too?
You had the big fist thing. With the
Was it at Winter?
Yes.
Was it at Winter Jam? Did you guys ever go to Winter Jam?
no,
But do you Skillet?
we never saw Skillet.
dude.
I've listened to Skillet.
Oh,
but
they're like hardcore.
who else was there?
Big Daddy Weave.
That's all I remember.
But yeah, it was awesome.
Dude, Family Force 5 though, they make some bangers.
1,000
now.
Foot Crutch. That's who it was.
I've never
That's
heard
a
that.
pretty good first concert.
Where was
1,000
that?
Foot Crutch. It was somewhere.
Was it in like one of the random venues?
It was like a. It was
Oh,
some
really?
like church event put on because it was 1,000 Foot Crutch, Family Force 5, and Toby Mac. I mean,
I bet you
to a
that-
junior high kid, that's
I
the
bet
pinnacle.
you guys got.
I'm sure it was like Sydney, Ohio, or something.
Yeah, we traveled.
I bet you guys got down to Family Force 5, dude.
That was the first time we'd heard of them, and
Oh, really?
it was before they got real
you don't
big.
like them?
I didn't like it.
They were creepy.
It was weird.
Say it again, Dalton.
It was just weird.
I bet I could see it being but like Drama Queen, Earthquake, Love Addict, like all bangers from. I hate that I'm saying bangers.
That's like
But
the
they
third
are
time you said
bangers.
it. So when you're at John Mayer, just think, dang, I wish I was seeing Family Force 5.
No, but I just want to say I'm excited. We're going to see how it plays out. I'm going with my fiance, my sister, and her husband, and I'm sure I'm going to meet a few of my friends there. But
That'll be fun.
I'll give a review next week.
Yeah. Speaking of being excited, the band Paris, spelled Pvris, they're coming out with a new CD tomorrow. What?
How do you say that?
Paris. But the name Paris as a band is already taken, so they had to like make it creative. So it's Pvris.
Okay.
So anyway, they're coming out with a new CD called All We Know of Heaven and All We Need of Hell. And the singles they've released from it are a lot different. But it's like a progressive thing for them to do. You know, their first CD was awesome. Dalton and I have jammed to it 1,000 times. So we're excited to hear a full album from them. They've released a lot of singles and a lot of music videos. So by the time you hear this, it'll be time for you to listen to the whole album. So check
Oh,
it
is
out.
it coming out like right now?
Yeah, it's
30 minutes?
in 30 minutes it'll be out.
Guess what?
What?
T Swift dropping one in 30 minutes too, boy. I swear she is, for real. I've
Like
been
a single?
Yeah, a single from her new album.
I can't believe you're putting Paris and Taylor Swift in
I
the
was
same
just saying it
breath.
was funny. I've been seeing, dude, these girls.
She shut down her social media to bring it back up to say
these
new
girls
album.
are hyped for it, though. And
Yeah,
I can't lie, I'm a
They're-
little hyped to hear it too.
they're anthems.
I like the beef between Katy Perry and Taylor Swift. They're just making like diss albums now and diss tracks. Kind of weird. I don't get it. I don't have a favorite between it. Actually, I do. I do like Taylor
It's
Swift.
Taylor
better.
Swift.
I can sing to Taylor Swift. Katy Perry, I'm like, I the tiger. Yeah, I'm like, no.
She's hit or miss, and the short hair doesn't do much for me.
But yeah, Taylor Swift banger coming out.
I'm so upset that you
T-minus 30
that
minutes.
you took over my Paris announcement for
I'm
Taylor
sorry.
Swift.
I'll listen to it for you. Dalton, you like him too? I'll listen to
Dalton's a big fan.
it. Are they
because
on
the first-
Apple Music? I'll look them up.
Yeah, check out the first album if you want. If you're not a huge fan of this of the new one, All We Know of Heaven, All We Need of Hell.
Oh, they came up when I put in PV, so they must
Yeah.
be.
They're pretty big. They're going to be doing their first solo gig. Emily, actually, my girlfriend, she went and saw Panic at the Disco or Fall Out Boy, one of those two, and
Ooh.
they opened for them.
You hate Fall Out Boy.
I know, but that's a big band to be opening for.
Oh, I know it is. I'm just saying, I think it's funny you hate Fall Out Boy.
I like old Fall Out Boy. I don't like the, I don't know.
You like boys like girls?
I love Boys Like Girls, but we're not going to go down that rabbit hole.
Green Day?
I hate Green Day, and you know that.
Who do you hate worse?
Green Day.
Out of Fall Out Boy and Green Day?
Yeah.
So if
Because
you
I
had
can listen to Fall Out Boy if I have to.
Green Day, you would rather be deaf?
Yeah. I'd
Wow. You too
hold on, say
strong.
that again, Dalton.
I agree.
Thank you. Yeah, Green Day is the worst. And the fact that they get put in the same breath as Blink-182 all the time drives me up a flipping wall.
I bet you it does. You heard it first, guys. Green Day is now Satan.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying.
Have you ever seen Satan and Green Day in the same room?
I probably. No, because when you're staring
Plotting.
at Green Day,
You're staring at the devil.
oh, yeah. So don't listen to them, but Paris, tomorrow,
It's today.
Today.
It's going to be today to them.
all we know of heaven, all we need of hell.
There you go.
Gonna be lit, boys.
It's going to be lit.
Gonna be lit.
So, on to video games, our new topic.
Oh, man.
Call of Duty
Don't-
World War II beta release.
Even get me started. So it wasn't supposed to come out till tomorrow, but it released today at like 1 o'clock. And
So you got nothing done at work today.
all I was doing was watching it. All I was doing, I was trying to watch it as much as possible. I can't personally play it because it was a private beta, and you have to have a PS4, which I had neither. I thought about going and buying a PS4 just to play the beta, and I realized that Rachel probably would have killed me.
Yeah.
So
But no, I think nothing gets romanticized more than World War II stuff, but Call of Duty World at War is my favorite Call of Duty, so.
the fact that Call of Duty's bringing it back World War II style, no jetpacks, no exoskeletons, boots on the ground, Call of Duty, super hyped. Gameplay looked awesome. There's still a few things they need to fix. I am beyond ecstatic. I cannot wait for the release of this game. I haven't even been hyped for Call of Duty like this since Call of Duty Ghosts, because it was like the last boots on the ground one, and I've actually been playing that again. I know you're not a huge video game person, but
I can get down with Call of Duty.
this Call of Duty is going to be super good. They're supposedly adding like ranked play into it, so rather than just prestiging, you'll be able to go up and down in levels, but who you play. The actual release date of it's November 3rd, so it'll be November 2nd at midnight technically. Best believe I'm going to pre-order it and already have it downloaded so I can just play it as soon as it comes up.
That takes the fun out of sitting at a GameStop till
It really does.
3 in the
The last
morning.
game I did that with my bro for FIFA 13, I think. We went to GameStop, we got our little number, and we were sitting there waiting. It was a fun time.
Yeah, I haven't done that since high school, I think, for Modern Warfare.
It is
Maybe the first
upsetting.
one.
I just built a PC, actually. And so it is upsetting that the PlayStation users and PSN networks gets all like the exclusives first, like the DLC pack releases and whatnot. But still the same old, same old. It's by Activision and Sledgehammer, both two developers and people that I really like and have made good video games. So
What video games have they made?
Activision's been all the Call of Duty games.
I thought between them and some other one took turns.
Activision and you're killing me. It's not Sledgehammer. This is Sledgehammer's first ever Call of Duty game that they've like really taken the full seat for. Sledgehammer also helped out with Modern Warfare 3 and Advanced Warfare, which Modern Warfare 3 was kind of good. Why can't is Activision and let me look real quick, but definitely super hyped for it. I hope everyone else is.
Yeah,
that's
the
it.
Modern Warfares and the World at War were really, I guess, when I was in high school, so it was when I had all the time in the world, but those were my favorite games, so to take it back to World War II gets me a little interested.
I'm kind of mad that it's not popping up. Activision and
What do you have to say about it, Dalton?
do you like video games, Dalton?
Not really.
Really? Dang.
So there you go.
I feel really lame for not knowing.
Well, I'll move on.
Yeah, move
And,
on. I'll randomly come back with it.
Okay. Game of Thrones.
That is
That's
me,
a
isn't
show.
it? Do you Dalton? You watch it though, right? Have you watched it?
I'm on season 3.
Okay. So, is it worth watching?
I mean, I like it.
Okay, so I decided today that I'm jumping on the
There's a
bandwagon.
lot of killing, though, so
I heard there's a lot of killing, nudity, sex scenes.
yeah.
I'll just look past those things and see the thing for it is.
Or look into those things, because that's what life's all about. But yeah, I mean, they're not scared to kill off people on that show.
Rated R.
But I'm definitely Going to.
It's an HBO show. So
I got an HBO Go login. Shout out to my sister for that one. And I'm going to start watching it. I'm joining the hype train on it. I just wanted to tell you guys that. So I'll be talking about it as I go through the seasons. They're finishing the 7th season next week or something. It's the last episode. I know a few people that watch it. I'm going to get on, start talking about it. Try it. Treyarch.
Treyarch, yeah. Activision and Treyarch.
I'm about to punch myself in the face because I can't remember that.
I knew that, but I didn't. Like, I had to hear it because I could see it. But anyway, Game of Thrones, I'm probably going to wait till it's over.
Which there's one more season. There's 8 seasons, and next season's the last one.
That's a daunting task.
That's like
those
Lost,
episodes are like yeah, but these are like episodes that are like movies. You're watching a movie every episode.
How long are the episodes going? Does it seem like 40?
About an hour.
Almost an hour, yeah.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to put in some binge time on this.
Yeah, it's taken me a while to do 3 seasons. I've had to take a break.
Oh well, I'm gonna jump on it, guys.
I was talking to somebody about it a few weeks ago. I'm like, I want to get into it, but it's like it almost feels like it's too late for me.
Dude, I just feel like there's so many people into it, and it's like
by the time if we started it right now and try to watch it with our schedules, there is no way the show would be over by the time we finished it. But it is. If you want to start it, go for it. If you start that before Riverdale, though, I'm a freak out.
Boy, I'm going to start when I get home. Not really, but
I'm going to have to make Rachel start watching it so you get into it.
Wow.
So, Baby Driver, as if we aren't the biggest advocates for Baby Driver.
We've talked about it on every show, I think.
But I think it's worth being talked about because it really is a great movie.
This is a new interesting fact, though. This can be Alex's real fun fact of the week.
Yeah.
So, this movie idea actually came about in the late 90s. So, it came about, the director saw the music video for a song called Blue Song by Mint Royale or something like that.
Is that the I'm blue if I was Nino and
No, that is not that.
I think it is.
You can look it up. I'll
look it up.
Okay, look up the Blue Song by Mint Royale. Like, it came out I want to say 98. So the guy got the idea I don't want to spoil what it's all about. Basically, it's all about music, wasting time, that nonsense, but the idea came about. What's up?
The premise of the movie is that music is narrating the movie. So in the music video,
and it's a way for him to keep time.
Right. So the whole movie is supposed to be like everything is happening. Everything that's happening in the song is happening in the movie. And there's some cool parts where he has to rewind and restart the song. That way it fits the movie. But
so that's what happens in this music video, give or take a little bit. So the director saw it, wanted to make it happen. Couldn't really get anything to happen until 2007. Everything was set to go, but then there was some late external factors like money. Couldn't find the right people, so it actually got shut down again. Never got into the production stage. And 2017, 10 years later, here it is. We have it. Probably best movie of the year so far.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's just crazy that this thing started back in 1998-ish, and 2007 we're here almost 20 years later, and it's a phenomenal movie.
It was well worth the wait. Have you seen it's my favorite movie this year, and it's been a while since a movie hit me like that. It's a good one. On to my favorite season, scary movie season.
Yeah, talked about it last week, and I'm still not about it.
I saw Annabelle Creation between our last show and today, and Annabelle Creation is freaking crazy, dude.
I
It's
didn't know
crazy.
it was called Annabelle Creation.
Yeah,
it's like a prequel.
Yeah, I'll give you a quick synopsis. It's
wow,
you like that big word? The premise of the movie is showing how, if you've seen the first Annabelle, how Annabelle got to the point of the first movie. So it shows everything that happens up to that point. It's these kids that are living in this. It's these orphan girls that are living in this house, and I don't want to give away too much, but anyway, the movie does not stop. You know how sometimes you can feel by the music when it's going to get scary. This movie was scary from
scares the piss out of you
from the opening credits. It blew. It's crazy.
Rachel went and saw it, and she said it was scary as crap.
Yeah, and I've seen some things where people were worried about it being too demonic. I didn't think it was very demonic at all compared to some of the movies that are out there.
It wasn't demonic?
I don't think so.
Someone was telling me there's a part where like the little girl's talking to the one other girl, and they're both in like their normal little girl voices, and then she's like, "I want your soul," and like gets into like a real demon voice and black eyes. Black eyes are where I'd.
Wow, a possession movie that says someone wants someone else's soul.
No, I'm saying like any black eyes and clowns. That's where I cut scary movies.
So you're not in on it because
No,
that
am I
leads-
in on it? I'd run 20,000 years before I had to watch a movie. It.
I saw
That's a lot of years, isn't it?
that's a lot of cardio.
I need it though. You know what I'm saying? Gotta get ready for this wedding.
But listen, Annabelle was well worth the watch. If you're into scary movies, if you want to take a girl on a first date and you want her to inch a little bit closer to you, that's the movie to go see because it's creepy.
You think we have listeners that are trying to do that?
What? Take
I
girls
hope
on
so.
dates?
And if that happens, please tweet it to us.
If we're the reason you fall in love, first of all, you're
we'll
welcome.
bring you guys both on the show.
You get a free t-shirt.
We'll take you to dinner. We won't take it. We'll buy you dinner at Taco Bell.
And if you're 21, you can try Beer of the Week. But you have to fall in love because of us. Don't know how we got there, but before Annabelle Creation, they did like a long cut of from the scene of It. Holy crap, dude.
Oh, you were trying to show it to me, weren't you?
It is scary. It's
Didn't
gonna.
you say it was? You told me it wasn't scary.
I didn't think it was going to be, but the little part they show, it's where the clown, I don't know his name, is in the gutter, and you've seen the previews where
the
kid's chasing that little
He
boat and it
hits
goes
his
down
head,
there.
yeah.
When he's talking to that little kid, like I've got goosebumps right now. Whoever they picked to be it is
Could you
creepy.
see his face?
Yes, and he's talking to the kid, trying to lure him down there.
I kind
It's creepy.
yeah. I'm not about it.
Scary movie season though. I'm
You
pumped.
guys into American Horror Story?
American Horror Story.
that
American Horror Story.
I've never watched it.
The new one, Cult, has clowns in it. I
I'm
think
not
you might
about
enjoy that
clowns.
one.
We're staying away from clowns. There's a lot of good things said about American Horror Story. There's a big following of it.
Yeah, and the cool thing about American Horror Story is that they change the story every season. So if you're not down with one season, you can give it a chance the next time.
How many seasons are, Dino?
This will be 7.
Season 7. So.
But yeah, it's not like that bad because it is all different.
Yeah. So maybe we should start doing that. But I'm pumped about Scary Movie season because with Scary Movie season comes cooler weather.
I'm down with the cooler weather.
Yeah.
Not about scary movie season. I like the bonfires. I like the corn mazes. I'm the typical average white frat boy. I like all that stuff. So, I mean, man, we didn't talk about movie of the month. We need to throw this out here real quick. What movie are we going to watch for next month? 3 weeks from now is when we will talk about this movie because we have stuff planned for the next 2 weeks.
You want to talk about something we're going to do 3 weeks from now?
We just got to give them time to watch.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
We want to go super bad since it just had its 10-year anniversary?
Yeah, I could easily watch Superbad.
Okay. Well, if you're
probably
under
not.
the age of 18, you need someone else to buy it for you, we know a guy that'll buy it for you. Other than that, you should watch Superbad. I believe it's on Netflix, and if it's not, you can get it at a secondhand store for pretty cheap. Walmart probably has it for $5.
Or just use the internet access you have to watch.
Yeah.
If I
Illegally
guarantee
download
if
it.
you go
Get
to
Amazon
Google,
Fire Stick.
go to Google and type in Superbad free, you'll find something. Just make sure you have like an antivirus. But other than that, man.
Yeah, that'll be our movie of the month for September. Oh, I don't know. We'll get back to you because I want a scary movie.
I don't.
I want a scary movie for a movie of the month if we're going to go into fall the right way.
But you have October for scary movies. When is real scary movies?
It's scary movie season.
Oh, dear goodness. Well, I guess we're going
The
to
season isn't 1 month.
We're going to talk about this and tweet it out or something.
Yeah,
But
we're open to suggestions. Right now it's super bad, so if you get a chance, watch it since we talked about it today.
a good episode. Thank you, Dalton, for being here. And
Yeah, hold on. What'd you think of the show this week?
It was a great show.
Great show. You're going to come back with us?
We
right?
hope the sound sounds phenomenal, guys. We're excited to have Dalton on board, and next
We're also
week,
excited for the apparel. That's going to be a huge thing.
yeah, we've got apparel, and we've got our first interview coming next week. So that's
Sit
going
on
to be,
it. It's a big one.
yeah, it's exciting.
I'm shaking in my boots a little bit.
So Jeremy and I got to put our dad hats on again.
Oh, yeah.
So that's exciting. And then 2 weeks from now, we're gonna have our first guest, and then we're gonna have a bonus episode talking fantasy football.
If you like sports, it'll be the episode for you. So,
and if it's people like Jasmine and my girlfriend, they can skip right over it.
And my girl. Oh, I don't have my fiance. Skip right on over it.
That was a trap.
Yeah. So,
but anyways, thank you everyone for tuning in this week. This is episode 6 of the No Nonsense Podcast.
We'll see you later.